Todd Blanche's confirmation is the death of the Republican Party. It's dead. It's gone. You can say that he just squeaked through with one vote, but over 45 Republican senators said that Todd Blanche defending child molesters isn't a red line. Because that's all that matters, right? That is the red line. That is where it begins and where it stops. He has had every opportunity to meet with survivors since November. And he met with them once. Last week when Tom Tillis had some half-assed effort and said, well, you need to meet with those survivors so I can check it off my list, so I can sleep at night, and I'm not going to go to hell because I'm a shitty human being. And he did. And he stood there and sat there, and the survivor said he didn't do anything. He didn't give a damn. He just wanted to leave so we can check it off the list and get a vote for Tom Tillis. New Mexico has been asking since March to get the unredacted Epstein files because they want to prosecute men that molested children at the ranch in New Mexico. Crickets. They're having to go to court to sue him to release them. The Republican Party is defending child molesters. Okay? All this talk about, oh, the libtards, the brown people from Mexico. You are what's wrong with this fucking country. And what's rich is that almost every single one of these senators back on January 6th was running out and hiding like a bunch of fucking bitches because Donald Trump didn't like the results of an election and his white trash base with 6 teeth that inbreed and have sex with their cousins and go to Klan rallies didn't like it, and they were fueled with masculinity, and they beat police officers and shit on our desk and climbed the walls and broke the windows, and all of you senators had the opportunity to stop all of this, and you could have impeached him. And that includes that piece of shit Mitch McConnell. May he rot in hell one day. But you didn't do it because you wanted to own the libs. You wanted power. This is on all of you. I left the party because of this. It is disgusting. And it is vile what you've become. I left the Republican Party because I'm a person of faith. I dare any of you, white trash MAGA, to show me in your little whatever Bible you're reading where Jesus said, yes, I want you to vote for a convicted felon. I want you to vote for a rapist. I want you to vote for a man that's been married 3 times and has sex with a porn star while his wife is nursing their kid. I want you to tell me where in the family values scriptures that you read that you're supposed to defend child molesters and cause insurrections and steal from cancer charities and refuse to rent to black people. Where? What happened to you? I really want to know. What happened to you? And to hear my friends and family go, well, Paul, we just have a different... What different point of view? You're either a really, really shitty person or a really, really, really shitty person. Nothing I said has to do with radical left or radical right. It's about fucking morality. And you don't have any. And you accepted everything that this mediocre white man with a micro penis took because you couldn't vote for the fucking black woman. That's why you did this. You would rather burn it to the ground. And see, Trump is not the problem. Even the senators aren't the problem. Congress really isn't the problem. The millions of people that said that's okay, they're really the problem. Because when these people are gone in office, when Trump is gone and spending time next to Jeffrey Epstein, you're still going to have these racist, shitty human beings with a fucked up moral compass that you're going to have to figure out. What's your plan? Because they're the real problem. They're the reason that we're here as a society. They are terrified of being a white minority. They don't care about life. They don't have a moral compass. How are you supposed to move forward with people that don't see insurrection or rape or molesting children as a red line? Because that's where we are. That's what the Senate did today. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Trump told me, my orange daddy told me I had to vote for him or he's going to be mad. He'll send out a mean tweet. Ooh, I don't want a mean tweet. Yeah, God forbid you grow a spine and actually have some goddamn morality. Can you imagine if John McCain was alive today? I voted for him. He was a decent human being who served this country. And by the way, you voted for Trump that called him a loser because he was a prisoner of fucking war. The man was in jail for 5 years and you didn't see that as a red line because you're such a shitty human being. Yes, you are. There's no more coddling you. And I am tired and I am well past the point where I'm hearing people say, well, you know, we have to have a big tech. No, fuck that. No. I don't want to be friends with people that are fine with rape and molesting children and insurrection and felonies. I'm not okay with that. And none of us should. And it's about damn time that more people put your foot down and stop coddling these shitty human beings, because that's what they are. There is right and there is wrong. And too many of you are unwilling to pick a lane because you don't want Thanksgiving dinner to be weird. And you know what? As much as MAGA's responsible, you are too. Because you have the white privilege of sitting in there and acting like it doesn't affect you. You want to change this country? You want to do something? Since you don't want to go on a general strike because you can't afford to, that's your excuse. But what's your excuse for not being uncomfortable and talking to them and making those relationships upset? Because that's the only way this country is going to change, is when people are held responsible for their lack of morality. And it's despicable that this is where we are. That the Attorney General, the personal attorney of the President of the United States, who is serving with a convicted felon and a rapist that defends child molesters, is going to be the Attorney General. Great job, America. You think it's bad? You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait until Trump and Blanche and Stephen Miller, that Nazi, wait until they reject the results of the midterms. And I'm going to say a big fat, I told you so. Have a white day.